So we have an update here on the women's college basketball scores here for Thursday, January 23rd, 2024. So we have here a couple months left of whip around here for college basketball, women's college basketball. Well, including the postseason tournament. The conference tournaments will do whip around on the regular season. Then we'll do whip around when conference tournaments are going on. Then we'll do whip around when the NWBIT, the WNIT is going on. We'll do whip around of that because WBIT ESPN Plus has all the games of that. We'll whip around that. Whip around most of the WNIT games, except for the ones that are the Big Big East will be on Flow Sports probably, and Big Ten will be on BTN Plus. But like all the other games, I know they did for the they start putting the ends the ones or Virginia and stuff like that. I think Virginia was in Virginia was in the NVIT, the national, the second tier volleyball tournament. So and that was on ESPN Plus instead of AC Network. So the only ones won't be. So they'll do the same for that, but they won't do the second tier tournament. Still do on ESPN. The third, so it's basically Big Ten team and the Big East team hosting. If they're in the third tier, WBNIT, I'm going to be able to show you. So yeah, I'll be able to show you some of that as well. We have Idaho leading Northern Colorado 64-55 with 39 seconds to go. Northern Arizona beats Eastern Washington 75-63. And we'll talk about some other games here. St. Mary is up on San Diego 36-25 at the half. We have Portland up on Washington State 34-29. We have Oregon State San Francisco 24 balls at the half. 25-23 UT Arlington lead. CLU, we have UC Riverside leading UC Irvine 30-22. We have Cal State Northridge actually upsetting Long Beach State. Cal State Long Beach State 10-6-6-1 Big West. They're up. Cal State Northridge up 45-32. Sacramento State's up on Idaho State 40-30. Cal State Fullerton's up on Bakersfield 18-15. And number 14 Duke SMU 81-46, 85-60 in Lower Northwestern, 79-51 Grand Canyon over Southern Utah, 59-52 Utah Valley over California Baptist, 79-54 Art Charlton over Evan Christian, 62-48 University of Portland Saints. And then we have let's see here, we got some other games here. Jackson State beat Florida 73-62, 63-57 University of Wagner. We had overtime. Queens beat North Florida to get their first conference 84-81. Stetson Eastern 83-68. Austin P over North Lamont 79-60. 72-79 Jacksonville State serves Utah in overtime. And then we had Kennesaw beat New Mexico State 68-66. Mississippi State beat Auburn 96-56. 101-60. Vanderbilt beat Arkansas 66-38. Middle Tennessee beat Sam Houston. Let's actually bring in UT Internet. CIU.
Shooting into a sea of Longhorn fans behind the bucket, calmly makes that.
If you're a player, these are the type of games that you live for. You want to be in these big games. You want to be on the floor when it counts.
Clutch free throws, and we're tied at 74. Just over a minute to play in regulation. Possession arrow would favor Texas. Harmon.
Booker. Look at Aaliyah Moore posting up down. She wants the ball.
Shot clock down to 5. Booker probe, shoots. Jones with a rebound and a step back. Timeout, Tennessee. Taylor Jones continues to make her presence felt.
Well, Taylor Jones is the player of the game so far. Like, she has done everything that has been needed for this team. Nobody's even around her to box out. Aaliyah Moore setting a screen. Taylor Jones, offensive rebound with a putback.
Jones, a season-high 13 rebounds in this game. And the more than 7,500 fans here in the Moody Center, including Matthew McConaughey, are loving this, but they're nervous right now because the Lady Vols still with a shot to steal one in Texas. Jenna Burdett, the interim head coach. What do you think's going on in that huddle, Tamika?
Well, I think that's the first thing is you can't get caught up in the noise. You can't get caught up in the energy. They're down 2. All they need to do is get a nice look at the basket. At times in this game, Ruby Whitehorn has been a player that has stepped up and knocked down some big shots, and they go right to her.
Ruby Whitehorn again. So a good timeout taken by Jenna Burdett. Kim Caldwell told her to coach like herself, not like Kim Caldwell. Do things your way, and that timeout perhaps was a sign of that.
Well, they coach like committee, and Madison Booker, in.
Booker answers for Texas. And another timeout taken. This will be a full timeout by Tennessee as Texas goes back out in front by 2. Madison Booker, we talked about her in the open of the show, and she is not disappointed.
Madison Booker has scored in every single possible way. Drives to the basket, that mid-range game, 3-point shot, getting steals, getting blocks. I feel like every time you look up, you're seeing yet another thing that Madison Booker can do, and I feel like she's really elevated her game in tonight.
26 points for Booker, 3 off her season high of 29. Now, obviously, Texas is going to need a defensive stop here, Tamika. How would you get that?
Well, it's got to be by committee. You see you see who scored the last couple of possessions down. Ruby Whitehorn in, she's going to attack the basket. Kalasia Cooper, not her night right now, but all she needs is one shot to get her going. So you just got to play honest. I know Coach Schaefer really talked about the switch. See him over there screaming on the sideline, switch. So Tennessee, you got to take care of the ball, get a good look at the basket. Texas, play straight up, do the switches, do the man-to-man coverage. That's you practice. This is what you live for.
So Tennessee is out of timeouts now. Texas still has 3, both teams with a foul to give. It'll be Tennessee's ball. Jenna Burdett is the acting head coach at Tennessee, being tested right away. Tennessee with a chance to get its biggest win of the season. And it'll be Lady Vols ball in their end of the floor, down by 2. Spencer to inbound it. That's Cooper. Whitehorn, shot clock is off. Spear. Spencer fights over a screen. 3 on the way. Off the mark. Jones with a rebound. And a foul called against Cooper.
They're trying to see if it was more than just a foul. But that's a great defensive possession for Texas. They made that shot impossible for Tennessee. The only thing they left was that 3-point shot that she's driven, when she knocked down a couple of shots in the first half.
So Texas has just taken a timeout. Vic Schaefer is asking for that play to be reviewed. Not sure if he'll get his wish. Tennessee lost a heartbreaker to Vanderbilt last Sunday. where Vanderbilt made a last-second shot. These are the closing seconds of that game in Nashville. Whitehorn put the Lady Vols up, and then the very next play, Pierre missed, and then Michaela Blakes got it to go with under a second left, and Vanderbilt pulled off the upset of Tennessee. Tennessee's losses this year have been razor thin. They lost to Oklahoma and LSU by a combined 3 points, lost to Vanderbilt by that 1-point margin. And the officials are indeed reviewing that last play. Cooper was called for a foul on Jones. She immediately raised her hand, admitted she had committed the foul, but they're looking to see if this was a little too aggressive.
Oh, you see that three right there, both players down low.
The clock was just spinning, and then, Cooper had to commit the foul. And really, the crowd went crazy. To me, that's a good basketball play.
Oh, it definitely. She looked up, she saw the clock winding down.
On 55 boards. Common foul, ball will be out of bounds.
Common foul call. I think that the crowd helped influence Vic Schaefer's anger. So a common foul. And a 30-second timeout is now taken by Tennessee. So 5.2 seconds left. Check that. It's Texas taking the 30-second timeout. Tennessee has no more timeouts.
The 30-second timeout was in lieu. He asked for the review.
So could this be the final play of the game? Tennessee has one chance.
I think for Tennessee, what they have to do, you're going to go for the steal. If you can't get the steal, you got to foul immediately. For Texas, I'm almost like I'm looking at this end of the floor. There is nobody back. Everybody's on the front side, so they practice the baseball pass.
Harmon takes it. They're going to have to foul her. Latham commits the foul. 3.2 seconds left. And that puts Texas into the bonus. Officials waiting for the players to come down to the free throw line.
Well, it'll put Texas on the free throw line. Remember, Tennessee does not have a timeout, so with 3.2 seconds left, they're going to have to figure out a way to get the ball from one end, 94 feet to the other.
Harmon 0 for 2 from the line tonight. She'll get 2 free throws here. It remains a one-possession game, but she can make it a 2-possession game with this free throw. Otherwise, Tennessee could tie with a 3. 3.2 seconds left. Harmon has iced the game for Texas. And the Longhorns hold on in a thriller.
And the Texas Longhorns
What?
on the Fox ESPN game. I wonder if that was a play by the SEC, the Flex zone out. Just say, hey, we can get Texas, Tennessee. We can get Tennessee, Texas, and I mean, hey, can't blame them. That's the case. No, you can't. No, we got St. Mary's now 36-1 over SIMU. 6-1 in the third, 59 in the third, 41 in the third, and Portland over Washington State. 54 or 43-27 over Portland, 30-58 to go in the third, 31-29 Washington State to score. Oregon State with 5-40 in the third, 4-41 in the third, 47-30, 29-23. Utah takes it as a 6-point lead. And Australia takes down with 18 in the third, 3:50 in the third. UC ran up 42-20. Halftime, it's 44-32. And it's 41-40 with 9:23 in the third, and 4:52 in the second. 20-27 Fullerton over Cal State, Fullerton over Cal State Bakersfield. And we have 12-7 number 22 California over Stanford, 5:23 in the first, and with 5:09 in the first. UC San Diego 90 over UC Santa Barbara. Now let's go to what's a good one that we have going on? we have Oregon State over San Francisco. Bring that one in. We'll show that one here. We'll show Oregon State San Francisco. We're just up around 10 a.m. or 10 p.m. Central. About 10 p.m. Central time.
That's kind of a reversal of a recent trend. Molly Gutenbauer now has 3 of them in her pocket.
Yeah.
5 to shoot.
Something where it's better
That's
to
a charge.
just let players play. In that time, Worth got the extension off of Marat to draw the offensive foul. The second time this game that she's drawn an offensive foul. So great defense, battling down low and on the perimeter for Freya Worth.
Time for another timeout on the floor. A freebie for this one. Dons look to extend the lead when we come back to San Francisco.
And that one, they're in the media right there. Okay. Since they're going into another media, we'll take you to Portland at Washington State. The Cougars are down in this one by 14. Portland's had a little bit of struggle in West Coast Conference play. 3 losses. They were undefeated going into conference 11-0. But then they fell and they were undefeated in conference for a short time. But now Portland's trying to prove it. They're worthy. Of being like pretty high up there. They're still pretty high in the mid-major pool. If they would have kept winning, though, they would have probably been receiving votes. But maybe they could still receive votes if they get them. Pretty high up there.
They started off the game shooting well, and that carries over. And when you see that ball go in early, you're going to absolutely keep hunting those shots.
Shira's got 17 points. Nobody on Washington State has more than 8 right now. And we'll take a break. Washington State needs a big run here in the third quarter. Portland's starting to make a push.
All right, tradies. Let's say Glenn is a customer.
We got Washington State now in a timeout. Now let's go to Irvine. Irvine now is with 3 minutes to go in this third quarter. Irvine is leading 42-29 with 2:47 and counting. Now UC Irvine and UC Riverside. 6-1 versus 4-3 in Big West Conference play. Riverside, which is really what these teams focus on. Now, record-wise, you don't really focus on a record. Sometimes you do, but not always, do you? Not in conference play. You can't necessarily, but.
Defense in the Big West Conference. UC Irvine in opponent points per game as Madsen grabbed it and was fouled after the steal. Ackley picks up her first.
And both teams are trying to put on the pressure early on. The Highlanders are full court pressing in a sense, trying to slow down the offense of the Anteaters.
And to both teams' credit, neither side has committed many fouls. Just 2 free throws for the Anteaters as Falcone Hernandez misfires, and just 6 attempts from the free throw line for UC Riverside. So both teams have been quite disciplined on the defensive end.
Moderon's looking to go to work, and she seems to be bumped out of bounds. It's going to be a foul going against Falcone Hernandez.
and open Rose. Good close. Again, it's kind of that dynamic zone. Starts as a 2-3, then kind of shifts to a 1-3-1 as Michaela Minshaw with a nice reverse underneath.
She's getting some of her first points on the board. Still not enough to really close this gap.
First appearance for her since their game against Long Beach State. As there's a foul against UCR.
Moderon's going to have to take a seat on that one. That is going to be her fourth foul. Taking a look at the reverse layup here. I mean, great wherewithal to know where you're at. For the nice up and under.
Question is, can UC Irvine take